Yellow everyone, GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be discussing the fourth episode. We are now a quarter of the way through season 4 of Dexter. We recently returned to the show, and what a damn return, because this episode is so amazing that I think I'm going to give you guys back-to-back Dexter reviews. This episode was phenomenal. I mean, like, the ending of it's got me on the edge of my seat. I want to watch more of this. We will, for all the Walking Dead fans, we will definitely return to that eventually. I mean, we have all the damn time in the world to watch that show. But, yeah. So let's just talk about what happened. This is a spoiler review. I'm going to kind of give you guys my thoughts as we go. So, Dexter packs up Rita and the kids for a trip to attend the wedding to possibly, or he's gonna have some alone time. He might be able to get some shit done, and you never know. He might do this whole thing where he takes her cheek, and he might do that. I'm not even gonna say the word because I'm not sure if that's YouTube appropriate. But then again, I've probably saying some pretty profane. I've said some pretty profane stuff on this platform, so I guess it doesn't matter, and I'm not even monetized, so whatever. But anyway, just the thing to melt a father's heart. Dexter, he gets an I love dad mug, His kids love him, and he has a very shaky relationship with Aster, but I mean, I guess she contributed to it, so I don't know. Scene changes to a police firing range where Dexter watches his next victim, Zoe Kruger, a police patrol officer who survived a home invasion in which her husband and daughter were killed. So again, with him being on kind of vacation, which is why the episode's called Dex Takes a Vacation, he decides to take the opportunity to go back to his old ways and kill someone. He finds Zoe Kruger, who lied about the murder of her family, and tried to put it on Darius Ray. So, yeah. Dexter pays a call on Sam, a Pembroke Pines blood analyst who discussed the case at a blood spatter conference. He needs to get more intel on this. He needs to learn more about this before he takes her life. He actually has to before he kills someone, he actually has to prove that they did it, which he knows deep down in his mind that she did it. He realizes she probably planted that blood there. There's no other traces of blood from that guy in the house, so she hurt him and probably hid him somewhere, put him in a bag or something so he couldn't drip blood everywhere. That sort of thing. Dexter's spatter colleague shares his theory. Maybe she provoked the confrontation with Darius Ray, which is kind of exactly what Dexter's thinking. That's kind of his same theory. Dexter walks in on Frank Lundy and Deb looking through evidence related to the Trinity killer. I mean, these two are getting closer and closer to each other. And obviously this episode is crazy for those two characters. So, and again, I can't wait to watch the next episode of this damn thing. I feel like it's going to be fantastic. Obviously the patterns and stuff, they continue to notice them. And then we go to a library where the Trinity killer shushes a group of teen girls for talking too loud. I mean, this guy seems very introverted, alone, which is obviously perfect for his serial killer lifestyle. And yeah, I mean, so far he's kind of an underwhelming killer for the season, considering we had the ice truck killer, and we had obviously Dexter's the Bay Harbor Butcher, who they thought was James something. Is his name Dokes? That's James Dokes, right? That was his name. And then they had, last season they had, what did they even call him? The Skinner? Yeah, that's right. So Angel and LaGuerta talk about the vacation murders and the potential impact of their secret relationship being discovered. They realize that eventually everyone in the force is going to kind of pick up on what they're doing with each other. So, maybe they should just disclose this to the higher-ups. And I consider that, Dexter examines the evidence from the Kroger crime scene. As a cop, Zoe has been to plenty of crime scenes. She knows what should be there and what shouldn't. She knows exactly how to hide crimes. I'm sure she's probably dealt with some very good killers that have hidden their crimes, and she took after them to kill her family, which it doesn't seem right. Her family seems very, very normal, but it seemed normal. Deborah is on the phone discussing the Trinity killer case with Lundy when Anton comes home. I mean, things continue to get more and more awkward between Anton and Deborah. And there's like this nice little love triangle we got for this show, and it's going to be really interesting to see the fallout of what happened at the end of this episode in the next episode. So, yeah, Dexter watches Zoe through a window at her house, kind of spying on her, seeing what she does with her everyday life, and eventually this is going to catch up to Dexter. I mean, not really, because he ends up doing the deed, but, like, she starts to follow him around and all this stuff. You know, the Trinity Killer is lying in wait in the alley behind a tavern, trying to instigate something, like, for no reason. He has no motive to actually, like, kill someone. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck someone up for no reason, I guess, and, like, instigate stuff. It's weird, man. Next morning, Dexter visits an open house at the home of Zoe Kruger, so he's getting closer and closer, and he's trying to find this, he's trying to find this glove that, stopped the blood going to her hand. So, yeah. Dexter says, I do have one question. Where did Zoe stash her gloves? And, you know, he's trying to figure that out. He tries to make some excuses, all that stuff, and Zoe shows up to the house, and you know, he's investigating the fireplace. They have a conversation. It gets kind of intimate, crazy enough. I don't know if Zoe realizes that he's been, like, following her and grabbing her files. She probably does. She probably did at this point, but I don't know. My daughter would go crazy for this room, says Dexter, as Zoe shows him and to her dead daughter's pinky room. It's kind of fucked up, but, like, Zoe killed her own daughter, so I guess she deserves that reminder. Follow the blood, follow the blood. Dexter follows the crime scene photos from room to room, constructing assumptions about the night. He realizes it was under the garbage disposal. He purposefully breaks it with, like, a wooden spoon, and then he fixes it for them, and he, like, comes off as, like, a good guy, you know, so he doesn't blow his cover, I suppose. Lundy and Deborah sit at a diner table and narrow down the likely locations of the Trinity Killer's next kill to the cannery or the bar beating. Again, they're getting closer and closer to each other. Lundy's kind of forcing his hand, and Lundy admits some feelings. It gets awkward. Deborah leaves. She doesn't know what to do. She's very conflicted on who to choose, honestly, because she might still have feelings for Lundy as well, even as awkward as their interactions get. Dexter enters his lab, where he discovers a very uncomfortable, fidgety Angel, and he wants advice about their relationship. He lets him know about it, and Dexter's not going to be the guy to, like, snitch to anyone, because obviously he does things that would get him in trouble as well, so, yeah. Deb confronts Quinn about Christine and him leaking the Lundy story. It's looking bad. Like, this story's, like, blowing up in the faces of everyone in this police force, and, yeah. Dexter examines, Quinn kind of, like, gets rid of her, so, yeah. Dexter examines the glove fragment from Zoe's garbage disposal and finds gunshot residue and blood, which he concludes belongs to Darius Ray, so, yeah. She killed people. Like, it wasn't Darius Ray. It was some crackhead she got intertwined with, and he got involved. Lundy, speaking into a tape recorder, is outside an office building that replaced the building where the Trinity Killer originally killed the bar beating victim. And he actually he runs into the killer. Kind of, which that's maybe who killed them at the end. It could have been, like, Anton. I don't know. It was either Anton or the Trinity Killer. Anton could have just been out of pure jealousy, and he could have realized what was going on and took action. I feel like it might have been the Trinity Killer. There's an awkward and nice little... Bro. There's an awkward, like, interaction. So, yeah. What the hell are these little kids doing outside? It's a fucking college campus. Scene cuts to Dexter in his car. Maybe I do misread him because he thinks it's like that maybe I should call her type of, like, that meme. That's what that reminded me of. So, yeah. Zoe pulls him over, Later, talking to Harry, he says he's going to call it off. He doesn't want to kill her anymore. She's, like, hard pressing him. And he realizes that if he tries to kill her and it goes wrong, he could be in trouble and his life would pretty much be over. Because they would dig up the fact that he has all these other murders. They'd find evidence. It would be bad for him. Dexter calls the Pembroke PD to request a file on Darius Ray, referencing the vacation murders as the reason for the request that kind of connect to each other. And he's just pressing on. He eventually relents and presses on. Who the fuck? LaGuerta calls Dexter into her office and says she knows that he knows about a relationship with Angel. So both sides of this relationship want his advice, which is kind of crazy because I guess he's the only guy that wouldn't gossip about it. Bro. As expected, Officer Kroger starts tailing Dexter when she learns from the mole in the file office that Dexter requested the Darius Ray file. It's not going to end until he eventually kills her, and yada yada yada. Deb comes to see Lundy at the Blue Water Hotel where he's staying, and she kisses him. Yeah, she kisses the shit out of him. She professes her love for him again, and that's really bad. They're going to get mixed up in all sorts of shit. So, we go to Dexter's house. He's lying in wait for Officer Kroger to make her appearance. This is where he kills her, pretty much. And she throws his I Love Dad mug, breaks it. Fuck you, Zoe. You're a bitch. You don't own up to anything. Zoe says, you can't hide what you are. Dexter says, oh, I can. I'm better at it than you. You will choose your life over theirs. I won't. I'd rather risk them knowing the truth than lose them. And this gives Dexter an opportunity to kind of reflect back on his life, because these are people he actually cares about, and he starts to realize that about himself, Dexter has a breakthrough as a result of her baiting. I don't want to lose them, I don't. He realizes that, but he's still going to go through with the killing. Rita calls Dexter from the road at his old apartment where he has just stashed his slide box. He needs to get home, clean the home up, because obviously they had a fight, things were getting broken, all that stuff. And then we get to the final scene, and man, this is crazy. Deborah and Lundy discuss whether she is a fuckwad for cheating on Anton, and gunshots ring out. She's on the ground. She says, stay with me, to Lundy, all that stuff, and Lundy probably dies. I don't think they're going to kill off Deborah this early in the series, given she's the main character's sister, but it's possible. That would be a big blow to the community that watches this show. Sorry about the little kids outside, but yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. GCTV is always giving you guys your best TV shows. Tomorrow, actually, you're going to have another Dexter review. Usually I'd go in and watch The Walking Dead, but the end of that episode was just so good. I could not pass up on it, the opportunity to watch it again. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Have a good rest of your guys' day. NBA recap, possibly Tyler, the Creator's deluxe album.